All right, here I am, live. This is my. Let me check my levels here. This is only. I've done a couple of test shows, and I'm really green. I'm green. I guess it would be red. Would it be green if you're kind of new again? So I got to get used to streaming again. And but anyways, this is the Denver show, and what's really cool about this is you can interact. Even though I'm a very small YouTuber and broadcaster, you can call in 855-854-TALK and give your opinion. Also, you can talk to me through the chat, and if you got a good comment, I can put it up there on the air. So there we go. And now a little bit about me. Since I'm streaming to a lot of new platforms like X, I'm streaming YouTube. I normally do Facebook, but I'm doing my personal Facebook page and my Denver show Facebook page, as well as Twitter and also Rumble. This is my first stream on Rumble. So what I'm a conservative leaning center. So kind of libertarian, and so that's my perspective on these things that we're going to talk about tonight. Got some good stuff as well as some fun stuff, as well as some politics. I'm not all about politics. So let me share my first thing with you here about something that's pretty amazing. I'll start out lighthearted here. Let me share my screen. Let me select that one. It is about this. This is unbelievable. You'll not believe what this right here. Check this out. 14 sets of twins graduated together in Florida. Imagine that. Just picture that. Twins, a pair of twins graduating together. That's 3 pairs of twins. That's, oh my gosh, what's the odds? 4 pairs of twins? Wow, that's near impossible. 5 pairs of twins? What is going on? 6, think about it, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still not done. We're talking 20, 10, we're talking 20 people. 10 sets of twins. And then yet there's 4 more sets coming. This 28 people that are twins, and they graduated the same year from the Florida high school, Cooper City High School, here in Cooper City, Florida, about 40 minutes outside of Miami. Unbelievable. What's the odds? The group comprised about 6% of 543 graduates. Now I went to ChatGPT and I asked, what are the odds? Of course, it gives me a lot of breakdowns. It depends on this, depends on this. But I said, generally, what are the odds generally? And it said way over 1 in a million for this to happen. Actually, let me see what it said. It might have been more than that. I did it right here. 14 sets, probably higher number of sets of twins. 1 in several million or more are the odds, according to ChatGPT. What is going on here? Just when you think things can't happen, things are impossible, things like this happen. And then it makes you wonder, how does this happen? So, yeah, that's incredible to me. And it should be incredible to you. And it should let you know that anything's possible. Anything's possible. 14 sets of twins. My voice is hoarse because also I'm known as Denver Sings. One word, if you want to look that up. Denver Sings, Southwest Florida, vocal chameleon. I changed my voice quite a bit, covering the songs I sing. So before I get on with the show, too, I might as well get this stuff out of the way. So I'm going to be performing at Hurricane Grill and Wings in Cape Coral, Friday night, 6 to 9, and Saturday night, 6 to 9. That's tomorrow night and Saturday night. And then you can check my schedule at denversingsagain.com or on Facebook. Look up Denver Sings. It always has to be one word. Or if you even Google me, you'll find me as long as you do one word. Also tonight, I like to do a drink of the day, or drink of the evening, or drink of the broadcast, or drink of the Denver show. And this time it is a Planter's Punch. I got quite the bar for a personal bar. And now I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm an alcohol enthusiast. I like to have just enough alcohol to make anything I want to make. That's just a thing about me. This is Planter's Punch. What it is it's 3 ounces of dark rum. I'm using Myers. And then 1 ounce of simple syrup, 3/4 ounce lime, and 3 dashes of Angostura bitters. And you put all that, no shaking, just stick it in a glass packed full of ice, stir it around, and as it dilutes, you fill it back up with ice, and this is what you get, a really ice cold, frost is on the outside of the glass. It's really good. I post them too on, I think I'm going to start a channel, a new Facebook page for tiki drinks, because that's what I'm into, a lot of rum drinks. This one, so good. Anyways, I'll remind you too, you can call 855-854-TALK. Also, don't feel bad about derailing the show if you got something you want to talk about. What I found is when I've had callers, the show is so much more interesting. I'm much less good at doing monologues as I am actually interviewing people and talking to people. And it's always a fun show when people call in, so feel free to do that. Let's see here. Again, you can post some comments. It's telling me that some comments aren't going to show up here, so I don't know if you're watching from Rumble or where you're watching, but I know the Facebook and YouTube ones do show up. So let's see what's on my agenda here and see what we're going to talk about. Again, if you just joined, welcome. I'm Denver Sings. Feel free to call in 855-854-TALK. Open forum. You can talk about what you want. I got my own little agenda here, but yeah, feel free to bring up something that you want to talk about. Let's talk about, this is interesting. Let's talk about, do I want to get into politics now? Or do I want to go, first of all, do I have that clip uploaded? I couldn't upload all my clips. I have to do them. Some of them I have to do later because I found out that I can only load 10 clips of it at a time, and I've got 18 clips that I want to show you. So I'm going to have to go through some. First of all, let's look at this. You look at the left, promoting, especially the Hollywood stars and everything. This is what I like to bring up. If I get a chance to tweet at them or comment or whatever, I always say something like, this comes from the party that doesn't know what a woman is. Or remember, folks, as they call the right crazy, this is what's on their side. This is
refers to any pronoun a person has that is unspeakable, that is unworkable in the language of a person. So an example would be a xenopronoun would be a word, I can't even say it, right? Because that's the point. They're unsayable and sort of effervescent and unknowable, kind of like a person's gender. That's why I love this one. So an example would be, a xenopronoun would contain a set of letters that is a pronunciation that a human being can't pronounce. It's some sound that a human being can't pronounce.
Sound that a human can't pronounce.
Or that a xenopronoun contains an image or a concept that it's alluding to that is actually something that language has no way to express.
So now there's pronouns that we can't speak in our human language and we can't understand, and it's beyond this world. So what the hell are we supposed to do when we address these people? Seriously, these people are crazy.
The movement of understanding where non-binary people come from can sometimes take us into very lofty, beautiful, spiritual, poetic places.
Okay, so how are you supposed to address somebody like that? if they have no pronouns, or they have a pronoun that you can't speak. Okay, how long was I muted? Oh my gosh. That's the problem with hearing yourself, but not. All right. Anyways, I don't know how long I was muted. Oh, I think I just muted for the clip, so I think we're good. So, anyways, like I said, I'm green. Is it green? Or are you red when you're fresh at something? Anyways, somebody help me out with that. Yeah, you're supposed to address this person by some pronoun that you can't speak. These guys are absolutely nut jobs. How is it that people can support this party? I mean, Biden actually has for one of his, several people in his staff that are men who think they're women. I don't know if he has any women that thinks they're men. I don't think he has any of those. Why is that? Why are there less women who think they're men? Why are there more men thinking they're women? What's up with that? It's bizarre. So I'm going to remove this so I can add another one of my clips. Another thing that's not working right is I put my numbers on the clips, and for some reason it's just saying the Denver show instead of the numbers on the clips. I got another clip from one of these Lunatics. Where is that? That was Jeffrey Marsh, by the way. Where's the coconut person? Here it is. Listen to this. I add this one up. It's got to upload. So, at least I can say there's a tiny bit of reality with this one. And just a tiny bit. Not much. A tiny bit. This person thinks that they can lactate and feed babies. Now, I don't know if that's true when they take the hormones. I don't know if they start lactating. This person gives instructions on how that's possible. But this person does at least admit that men can't have babies. So I don't know if it's still uploading or what it's doing here.
But trans women can produce milk to feed a baby. Here's how. Step 1, you must grow your coconuts. After about 3 to 5 years of estrogen, you will have fully functional milk ducts from which you can feed a baby. So once your coconuts are grown, it is time to start producing milk. Now, normally getting pregnant would trigger milk production, but since trans women can't get pregnant, we must do it another way. Turns out this is not all that difficult to do. Just add a few extra hormones and supplements and pump your coconuts regularly.
There you go. Just add more hormones and you'll be lactating like a natural born woman in no time. What could possibly go wrong? I'm just shocked he acknowledged that trans women can't get pregnant. I thought he'd say they can. Now let's get more sciencey advice from our favourite trans educator.
Now I can already see the criticisms, the comments coming through. There's no way this milk is safe to drink or nutritious or healthy, but it is scientifically proven to be.
No, it has not been scientifically proven to be safe and healthy. For one, consider powerful.
Here's the thing too. You won't see Twitter and Facebook shutting this guy down for misinformation. You won't see some tiny little. This thing about this is you won't see. I'm going to stop muting myself. You won't see some tiny Facebook or YouTube labeling this misinformation or giving you the facts. They won't censor these freaks. They won't put a warning down there to let you know that this is misinformation. I just got a misinformation just the other day on Facebook. Now listen to this. It was a picture. It was a meme of a charger, EV car charger. And right behind it was a diesel generator. The diesel generator was running the electric charger. And the meme was like, yeah, okay, this makes a lot of sense. You know, we're idiots. So that's what it said. And it got covered up saying this fact check, saying it's misinformation. So when you go to look at it, the misinformation about it, because it was a diesel generator running a charging station. When you look at it, it says it's not true that all chargers are ran by diesel generators. You see the little thing that they did there? This meme simply addressed the picture that there was that EV charger was run by a diesel generator. Just that one. And it got a warning, and they said, not all, this isn't true. Not all are run by diesel. It's true. Some are run by the power grid. And in fact, what are they run by? What are they run by if they're not run by some type of electric? So these lunatics, they put this stuff on here, these warning labels on things like that, but they won't warn you that a trans person can't lactate or have a baby. It's insane. They are insane. And these are the things that when I run into these leftards, that I show to them, and I make sure I mention to them. I said, well, they'll say the right is crazy and all that, and I'll post on there. I'll say, this is coming from somebody who can't define a woman. What is a woman? Ask them. Next time someone tries to say that you're crazy if you're conservative, if you're on the right, say, oh yeah, what is a woman? Do you know what a woman is? Because if they define a woman by vagina, breast, or chromosomes, now you can call them transphobic. Okay, you can call them transphobic. They won't like that. But if they know that's what will happen, they won't be able to answer that question. They won't be able to tell you what a woman is. So that's a good play when you're dealing with these leftards, and they claim that people are, that the people on the right are crazy. One clip. I'm gonna see if I can get this clip up here. You got to see this. Let's move on to government waste. This is incredible, and my clips are all out of order because they just all say the Denver. I labeled them, and it's not showing me the label of them. So, and I have my inventory here, or my catalog of what they are. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I have to go by the thumbnail. But I do want to show you, make sure that this one's uploaded. Here it is. Yeah, this one should be uploaded. The third one. Let's see if we can find this. You're not going to believe this. Where is it? Here it is. Watch this. Watch this. Listen. Now, this isn't what the clip was about. I pulled this out of the clip. It was about something else. But even this person, this conservative, even kind of glosses over the waste of the government here. Listen to how many departments that one guy is over in the executive branch.
The natural inclination to believe that you're talking about the executive branch, correct? Being government officials. So government officials like the deputy assistant to the president and director of digital strategy like Robert Flattery, or the White House senior advisor like Andrew Slavitt, or the NSC staffer Katie Colas, or the deputy assistant to the president, or the White House digital director, or the press secretary for the first lady, or the NSC Director for Counterterrorism, the Chief of Staff for the Office of Digital Strategy, the Director of Strategic Communication and Engagement, the White House Associate Counsel, Associate Director for Communications, the Deputy Director of Digital Strategy, and the Strategic Director of Digital Communications. Those are government officials, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's not what this clip was about, but I was blown away, even though it's something that we all know. Did you hear how many departments that one guy is over in the executive branch? Imagine running a business and you create, for every freaking fart, you create a job. And those people are getting paid what? 6 figures? Because it's a government job with full benefits. By the way, government employees get more benefits than freaking veterans do. I'm a veteran. And I have to fight for some of the stuff that Congress can just walk in the Senate can just say, I want this. I got this problem. I want. Oh, yes, sir. And they get it. They've got better health care than the veterans do. So I'm going to go over this one more time. You got to see this one more time. Listen, go ahead and count. Listen to how many departments. One guy is over in the executive branch. This really pisses me off. And imagine the money and benefits and salary that's wasted.
The natural inclination to believe that you're talking about the executive branch, correct? Being government officials. So government officials like the deputy assistant to the president and director of digital strategy like Robert Flattery, or the White House senior advisor like Andrew Slavitt, or the NSC staffer Katie Colas, or the deputy assistant to the president, or the White House digital director, or the press secretary for the first lady, or the NSC Director for Counterterrorism, the Chief of Staff for the Office of Digital Strategy, the Director of Strategic Communication and Engagement, the White House Associate Counsel, Associate Director for Communications, the Deputy Director of Digital Strategy, and the Strategic Director of Digital Communications. Those are government officials, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you count? I counted 14. I don't know how many that was. 14 departments. Now, those people probably have, these are probably the heads of those departments. So they probably have employees under them. 14 departments on one little section. The government is massive. And of course, that's how Biden creates jobs. He just opens up more government jobs. A government job is not a job. A government job is a burden on the taxpayer. A government job is inflation. So, that's how they fudge those numbers. Planter's punch. So, and look at this. Let's see if I get this clip uploaded. It's related to that. How much money that we're wasting that we could help veterans with. Let's see, right here. This is the one I want to show you. I got to remove one each time. All right. Let me remove that one. So we watched it. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, I got about 18 clips and I can only load 10 at a time. So that's unfortunate. I didn't know that limitation of the software. There we go. So think about that waste of 14 departments. And those are probably heads of the departments. And then they have employees underneath. And think about how good the government benefits are and the salaries. Now listen to this.
With the $165 billion we gave to Ukraine, we could have built 6 border walls to stop illegal immigrants from pouring across our southern border. Could have fixed Flint's water system 215 times over.
Easily.
I like this one. Could have given every homeless vet $2 million.
Holy shit.
Could have given $50 million to every family impacted by the Maui wildfires.
And they got $700. They got $700 each.
Each family.
We got to get our priorities straight, buddy.
According to HUD, they think it would take $20 billion to end homelessness in America. $20 billion. And what'd you say? We've sent 100 and how much? We could have ended.
$165 billion.
So we could have
higher than
ended
that now.
homelessness 8 times over in America. Yeah, bro. It's outrageous.
Our priorities are
It's
so-
outrageous.
It pisses me off. It is outrageous. Every American should be so pissed off. I mean, that alone should have us outside the White House. Not January 6th, not going in the White House, but protesting through our constitutional right. We should be out there protesting. Every one of us, millions of us. Because where's that money come from? It comes from taxpayers and, even worse, the Federal Reserve. When the Federal Reserve prints money, prices go up everywhere. And for those that don't understand that, what inflation is, inflation isn't necessarily prices are being raised on things. They are. But the reason they're being raised, let me explain this. Let me give you a short education on inflation. This is going to be quick. When you buy something for $1 and it goes up to $1.50, it's not because it costs more to make that. but it does. And here's why. Because what happens is if the dollar goes down to worth 50 cents, now it takes more dollars, $1.50, to equate to that $1 candy bar. So you got that. So if a candy bar is $1 and our dollar loses 50 cents value, now it's going to cost $1.50 for that. So the dollar essentially, the candy bar essentially is still costing $1, even though they're charging $1.50. It's that our money is worth less. So that's what happens when the government prints money. And that's another thing we should be outraged about. Our dollar is going to get collapsed. In fact, there's a lot of countries, it's called the petrodollar. And the reason is because the world trades oil on the dollar, by dollar. Well, several countries have tried to not use dollar. They tried to use their own money to buy oil. Saddam Hussein. And what happened to him? Well, all of a sudden he became a bad guy that had to be removed. No, he tried to buy oil with his own money. Gaddafi was around all the time. Suddenly, he was a threat that had to be removed. Why? Because he tried to buy oil in his own money. So anybody who does that, because that destroys the dollar. And other countries are doing it. I just read another country, they're doing it now. And this is the end of our dollar. So you better have physical silver and gold if you're going to survive this hyperinflation that's coming. So anyways, also, does anyone know about the Russian warships in Cuba? 60 miles from Florida? 60 miles. Yeah. You don't hear that on news. I have to dig to find out about that, which I didn't do, so I'm not going to comment on that. Now, let's talk about the border. Look at this poll, which is why Biden's losing so bad on the polls. So bad, which don't necessarily mean anything, because you know what happened when the polls showed Hillary was going to win over Trump, and she didn't. She got beat. But Biden is losing bad, and a big part of that is the border. And so now all of a sudden he's trying to do something about it. Suddenly. That's why they're desperate. Well, look at this poll that Fox News took. People realize that so many people have come in this country that they want them out. We're America. We're supposed to receive the people of other countries. No, that's not how it works. We do it through a lawful process. And you know what? It's also degrading to call them migrants. You seen the illegal that killed a mother of 5? I think it was in Maryland, and then another one that raped a 13-year-old girl. These stories are popping up, and the lamestream news are calling these people migrants, and that should be an insult to migrants. The people that migrated here legally, came through the legal channels, learned English. Yeah, call me racist, but learn fucking English. I mean, seriously, how do these people survive? I go out and if I go to buy something off of Facebook or something, and they can't even speak English. This is the reason why you learn English, so that you can work in society. Okay, we shouldn't have to learn your language. If I go to Mexico, I'm not going to make them speak English. I'm going to have to learn Spanish. If they do, awesome. A lot of the world is dual. What do you call it? Yeah, they know English and their own language. So bless America. So we're lucky when it comes to that. But these people are coming over here, and they're not migrants. They're illegals. They broke the law, so they are legal. And so now Biden's finally doing something about that. So look at, delete this. Here's watch some of these people that came over the border. You ready for this? This happened in Washington, D.C. If you watch lamestream news, you probably haven't seen this.
There was a group of Hamas supporters or Palestine supporters or whatever it's called nowadays who were sitting by a statue. They were holding up a mask of Joe Biden that was bloodied, and they were saying death to America while they were burning American flags.
These are Biden's migrants. This dumbass can't even light the flag. He's trying to burn the flag. Pathetic.
Now, I'm not really sure what causes a person to do this. The issue is not here, man. Like, y'all get that the war is not happening here. It's happening over there. You can still get a flight over there. You can get a flight to one of the neighboring countries, rent a car, and drive into there. Why don't you do that? If you care that much about what's going on in a country that you like, why are you here? How is it affecting you? I can tell you right now, for some reason I was out of the country, and there was something going on in America to where civilians needed to fight. I would not be over there being like, oh man, this sucks. I'm gonna make a problem here. No, I would be finding my way back there to help. But instead, you guys think you're all badass.
Yeah, so, oh, what happened to my... Oh, I know I did. I clicked off here. Hold on. There we go. So, like you said, why would you do this? Why would you come to this country? If you want to defend the other country, why don't you go to that country? But these are Biden illegals that came here, and they're threatening him. What I was looking for was... this reminds me of the, hold on a second. All these things are labeled and indexed, but my software won't, when I upload them, it totally ignores the name of the files. Tolerant. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there it is. My group. All right. Check this out. This is related to people who, that... Where's that? Probably this one. Which one is that? Hold on a second. There was an LBGQTFGHI. Yeah, here it is. Now check this out. This is the tolerant group. The tolerant group. Watch this.
You can't hit him. This. I have been a lifelong LGBTQ activist. I believe in the values of protecting LGBTQ people, but they are attacking us in the middle of a pride march. Am I not supposed to be welcome within my own LGBTQ community because I am Jewish, because I'm Israeli? We have people of all nationalities here, all different types of LGBTQ people, and we're being booed right now. In an LGBTQ community and movement, in a pride march that is supposed to be inclusive of everybody, I have never in my life felt more excluded, and it is heartbreaking.
Yeah, so these morons aren't who they say they are. Inclusive. I have a few friends myself who are like that. They're woke. And when they say be tolerant, they mean I have to be tolerant of their views. They don't have to be tolerant of mine. And that's the way these morons work. Anything that the left accuses the right of doing, that's what they're doing. It's really simple. Let me see. We were also talking about. Well, let's look at this MSNBC meltdown.
Is literally crazy on stage, and I say it not in a good way, not well,
Listen to this.
not fit, not mentally capable of holding together a sentence when his prompter goes down.
Yes, they are still trying to gaslight the nation that it's Trump who is not cognitively fit, not Biden. Remember this epically demented rant from Joe Scarborough?
He's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And F you if you can't handle the truth.
Okay.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
Oh, that is wonderful stuff. He really should get some sort of a Netflix comedy special, because that is champagne comedy right there. Let's take a look at Biden being the best he's ever been.
Anyway.
Joe.
And I don't want to, well, maybe choose my words.
Yeah, choose some words, Joe.
I'll go ahead and just pull it strong. Los Angeles and what am I doing here? From the
So, yeah, that's now. Remember at the beginning, she said Trump can't even form a sentence without his teleprompter, and this was so just mind blowing about watching the left. It's like, you ever watch Napoleon Dynamite? I don't know how you watched it, but there's really people like that in the world. I felt like I was watching it like with one lip turned up, or with the side of my lip, like, because it's just unbelievable how stupid these people are. And that's how I feel when I watch a leftard. And it is unbelievable. I just look at him like, you think that Biden can't, that Trump can't form a sentence? Here's what's going on. And this is what I believe. That, first of all, they did everything they could to protect Biden in the next week's debate between Trump and Biden. So that's going on next week. Biden is he's going to feel so bad. He's going to look so bad. It's going to be partly sad, but we're also going to be laughing our asses off because it's going to be so bad. The thing that's not funny about it is, remember, our enemies see this. Honestly, now would be the best time for countries to attack us, because we have a bumbling Magoo moron in the White House. And that's what's scary. And that's why Russia wouldn't be in Cuba, outside of Cuba, if Trump was president. There's just no doubt about that. So Biden is going to fail miserably. And here's the problem that the left has. Well, they have many problems, but I think they're going to replace him, because there's no way Mr. Magoo is going to beat Trump. And even with the election fraud, even with their 75 million illegals that they're going to let vote, plus the dead people, they're still not going to win. Which I'll comment on that too if Trump becomes president. So I think what's going on is, I think they're going to replace him. Now, here's their big problem with replacing Biden. They've went all out, full-blown leftard, defending him, saying how sharp he really is. What are they going to say? What's going to be the reason they can use to replace him? What can they possibly say to save face without having to answer for, wait a minute, you said he was sharp as a tack. You said he was all his mental faculties were there and sharp, and he's great, he's smart, and he's intelligent, he's articulate. What happened? Did you lie? Which of course they did. So I think what they have to do is they have to figure out how to replace him. And don't put it past these Marxists. Remember, these are Marxists. These are communists wanting to change our country. Don't put it past them to do something to Biden. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm allowed to say, really. Don't put it past the Democratic Party to do something to Biden and to say that he can't run because of that natural thing that happens to him. Which brings me to Trump, too. Unfortunately, I don't think Trump is going to be able to make it to the presidency. I think he can win. But the hatred these communists have, remember, all their work they put into taking over our country and making it communist can come to an end if Trump gets in. Not only that, they know Trump will expose them. And they're worried. They're worried about prison. They're worried about being caught. They're worried about being prosecuted. You see him talking about him weaponizing the justice. He doesn't have to weaponize the justice system. He just has to make the justice system work as it's supposed to. And they're going to go to prison. So they're worried. These communists are worried. They have to win this election. This is the pivotal point of America, where whether we go communism or whether we fight communism. I'm not even going to say that we're going to be completely free. Think back when you were a kid. Like, I'm 60 years old. I'll be 61 in December. Think back when you were a child at the freedoms, how much easier it was. We used to walk up to the gate and watch our loved ones get on the plane or watch them come off. We used to walk right up to that, where you walk up to the plane and where you get on the plane. Think about that. When I was 15 years old, I had a shotgun that I could throw on my shoulder and walk down the street and run off in the woods and set up some cans and shoot it. When I was in high school, and I don't know what age this stops, so some of you younger people are not, like, you find this hard to believe, but Google it. There's pictures out there of it. We had hunters and kids that hunted in junior high school that drove a pickup truck and had rifles and shotguns across a gun rack in the back of their pickup truck. You could literally see it. Nobody broke into the truck and stole it. When they got into a disagreement or a fight, a fist fight with their rival, nobody thought of running to their truck and grabbing the gun. That's a pussy way to handle things. That's what these leftards do now. And even some of the conservatives, that's what they do now. It's weak. It's weak. But we actually had guns in our trucks. Like, I didn't have a truck, so I didn't have one. But my friends that had pickup trucks that were hunters, they had guns in their trucks. Think about how much we've changed. So it's not a joke. It's not a conspiracy theory that it's not an impossibility that this next election makes us a communist country or not. In fact, I had a quote from Camel Toe. Where's that quote at? Let me bring that up. I don't think I loaded it. So, did I load it up? Yeah, I think I might have loaded it up. Let me check. Let me go through this slideshow here and see if I got it on there. Oh, that's my share. Remove that. Screen share. Stop that. Oh, I think I ended that. No, it's my slideshow. Hold on a second. There they are. Let's bring up these slides. Let me go to the next slide here. This is something else. Let me find that camel toe quote. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now, right? Tell me I'm lying. By the way, make a comment. By the way, if you want to help me out to get this show going and to, it takes, I can't even tell you the work it takes and the money it takes to do what I'm doing right now. And if you look at the production of this, it's beyond just an average YouTube. So, especially for somebody starting out. So if you appreciate that, at least make a comment, like it. If you make a comment, I can put it on the screen too. You feel free to call in too. You can call in and make your voice, let your voice be known. Let me show you something. Oh, it's not on there. I didn't get it on there. All right, let me find the camel toe quote. Hold on a second. I'm going to read it because I know I got it on here. She actually said this. Remember this. This is something that Camel Toe literally said. Where is that at? She talked about coming after the people. It said, "You're next." This is an early quote of hers. Where did I save that? See, this takes a lot of work. This is why, too, I put up here, some people don't understand, but, this is why I put up here, to Venmo or Cash App. I mean, seriously, this takes a lot of work. It's taken a lot of hours just to get these clips, edit them, get them loaded, get the software. I am out of practice right now of running all this stuff. If you've seen Command Central here, it's pretty amazing. Appreciate you helping support me for doing this. Dag, I can't find that quote. All right, I'll have to try next show. But she literally said that after Trump, we're coming after you. Yeah. I can't find it. I get a little. Here's something interesting too. Did you know that Biden in 2019, his net worth was $9 million? He gets paid like, I don't know, $150,000 or something like that a year, which Trump didn't take that salary. So it didn't cost the taxpayers anything. He's worth $41 million in 2022. From $9 million to $41 million in 2022. That's because, and I haven't got to that yet, and I'll get to it, all his shadow companies, his 50 shadow companies that don't produce anything and don't offer any services, yet somehow it makes money. Camel Toe was worth $6.3 million in 2019. She's worth $28 million now, in 2022. How did they get that money? Think about that. Now Trump, some of you guys will ask about Trump. What about Trump? Guess what? Trump's net worth went down almost $1 billion when he became president. So, let me look at these other clips since they're not added. This is a good one here. We were talking about all the money we gave to other countries, or we're talking about student loan forgiveness, which costs us money. Listen to this.
We have predatory institutions that are preying on students, putting them in debt, and not
justification.
We have slippery car salesmen that are preying on people too. So should we forgive their loans?
We have.
I'm asking a question. We have bad actors across the board. So if you're a bad actor under that concept, I should forgive your loan. So if a slippery car salesman sells me a car and gosh, I just got in a little bit over my head, we should forgive that. I mean, using that same principle.
We have a responsibility.
I'm asking a question. So are we going to car loans next? If you're a shady character and sell me a bad car loan, the government, well, not the government, you, because you have more authority than Congress and the Supreme Court, we should forgive those car loans too.
We have a responsibility.
The answer is, of course not. We wouldn't do that because we have responsibilities in this country. And I love how we talk about free education. It's not free. Are the teachers teaching for free? Are the teachers teaching for free? Really simple. I know we struggled with this last time, but no, they're not teaching for free. Somebody's paying for it, and the people who are paying for it are the American taxpayers. If you have a right, you have a responsibility. And shame on you for going over Congress and the Supreme Court. And with that, I'm over. Thank you.
Yeah, these guys are just total dirtbags. They, the students are happy about this, but it's not free. It absolutely is not free. And all this money we're sending overseas, for those of you just joined, I'm going to play this again.
With the 165 billion we gave
it's
to
more
Ukraine,
than that now.
We could have
Doesn't count Israel.
built 6 border walls to stop illegal immigrants from pouring across our southern border. Could have fixed Flint's water system 215 times over.
Easily.
I like this one. Could have given every homeless vet $2 million.
Holy shit.
Could have given $50 million to every family impacted by the Maui wildfires.
And they got $700. They got $700 each.
700 family per family.
We got to get our priorities straight, buddy.
According to HUD, they think it would take $20 billion to end homelessness in America. $20 billion. And what'd you say? We've sent 100 and how much? We could have ended
165 billion.
So we could have ended homelessness 8 times over in America. Yeah, bro. It's outrageous.
Our priorities are
it's outrageous.
Yeah, the American citizens don't mean shit to our government, especially the Democrats. Don't get me wrong. It's that way with Republicans, too. I mean, Republicans aren't angels. We got a bunch of rhinos in there. We got a bunch of piece of shit right-wingers in there, too. And who support, nearly all the right wing supports giving money to Israel. Did you see lately, I didn't pull that story up, Netanyahu was bitching that we're withholding weapons from him. Here we go. I'm going to get labeled a anti-Semitic. What a fucking entitled twit. Complaining that we're withholding weapons. All the freaking money and all the weapons that he gets from the United States, and he wants to complain he's not getting enough. And that's the thing too. I'm definitely not a Hamas supporter. Hamas is, but this war between Israel and Palestine, this is my stance on it. It's a religious war that we don't need to be involved in. Let them kill each other. We don't need to be sending money over there when we got veterans that gave up time in their lives to protect this country, and they're homeless. We've got right now a crisis starting in Florida with insurance for homes. It's going to cause another major housing crisis, and it's going to bring down the economy. That's another show. I'll have to do that on another show. But the housing crisis is going to bring down the economy. If we took the billions we sent to Ukraine and billions we sent to Israel, we could solve that. We could fix it. And our country could be prosperous. But no, we're sending it overseas. We're sending it overseas. It's none of our business. And our own people on the streets. And even me, as a veteran, I can tell you right now, there's some parts of the VA healthcare system that's cool. It's good. It's awesome. But when it comes to serious stuff, I have to jump through a million hoops or I don't get it. But a congressperson or senator could do it. Probably some of the employees of the government has more benefits than I have. I don't have dental. You believe that? I'm a veteran and I don't have dental. Congress has dental. The senators have dental, and I'm sure a lot of the government employees have dental, but not the employees, or not the veterans. And then we got veterans on the street. Why hundreds of billions is going to humanitarian relief over in Ukraine. It pisses me off. It really pisses me off. So, yeah. All right, so I got about 3 minutes left. Yeah, come on. You got to have an opinion. Somebody out there's got an opinion. Call 855-854-TALK. And, you know, it's an open forum, so you can talk about what you want. If there's other things that piss you off or you want to talk about certain things, or just make a comment. Here, like this. Make a comment. There you go. So that should go over a bunch of, it looks like it went to YouTube. It went to Facebook. Doesn't look like it went to Twitter. I don't know. It's not showing it went to Twitter. So if you're on Facebook, YouTube, make a comment. We got 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left. I didn't get to cover everything. You know, I got to upload this one because I am a little bit of a shock. I am a little bit into the shock value. Yeah, I'm going to upload this one. You guys got to see this. This is why I don't get dates. I am single, but this is why I don't get dates. Actually, you know what? This is gonna be my outro. I'm gonna use it for my outro. So you know what I didn't do is I didn't play my intro. See, I'm out of practice here. I get it. You know, I did a couple of practices, but you guys got to see my command central here, my audio, my switcher, my laptop, my phone switcher. It's crazy. This is command central. This is a serious studio. I really kind of need a producer to help me out, but that's okay. I'll get used to it as I do more and more. And you can help me because I spend a lot of hours researching this and editing videos. Cash App. There's my Cash App right there. And there's my Venmo right there. You can also play this back later when it's done and see that. So there's the phone number if you want to talk, or you can make a comment in the chat. But it is, you know, we got 30 seconds left. So I'm going to go out playing my intro that I didn't play when I came in. The Denver Show intro, done by I used to have two co-hosts, and one of my co-hosts wrote this song, and he gave it to me. He said, it's just a riff I made. You can call it the Denver Show and keep it. So he gave it to me, so I appreciate that. So I'm going to do this in my outro. But anyways, thanks a lot for tuning in. Those of you who watch, I know some people consistently. I had several people watching the whole show. I appreciate that. It looks like I'm gonna try to start doing these shows on Wednesday night at 9:00. So that's what I'm shooting for. And as I get more familiar with the equipment, I got a lot of new stuff here to figure out. Then it'll run a lot more smooth. So, anyways, love and peace and joy to you. Make it a great day.